What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Canelo Alvarez responded to Terence Crawford wanting to fight him. It looks like Canelo's not interested in that fight, and this is his way to talk himself out of the fight. You know that's a very competitive fight. In a fight, he could very well lose if he doesn't get the KO, because a fight like that, Canelo would need to knock out Terence Crawford. He can't outbox the man. If you can't outbox him, what do you have to do to win? You have to knock him out, because he's definitely going to win more rounds than you are going to win rounds. So you want the fight to go either to the distance, you win by robbery, or you need a knockout. What Crawford needs to do is win about 9 rounds and give Canelo only 3 rounds, or win every single round to beat Canelo, because he knows Canelo is the money draw. Canelo takes another loss. I don't know if people are still going to pay for his fights if he take another loss like that, because that loss to Dimitri Bivol was crazy. And he still has a rematch Bivol. But anyway, this is what Canelo had to say on the Terence Crawford fight. He says, like I always said, I respect Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he's just won one big fight. If you see his record, he's just beating one good fighter. Other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighters. He did this interview with TMZ. So Canelo's out here sounding like a casual fangirl. We all know Canelo fought big names, but majority of big names he fought was out of their prime, like the Miguel Cottos of the world. Even Floyd Mayweather was out of his prime. I mean, he had an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao as well too, I heard. He fought a lot of big name fighters. We know that. We know Canelo has an extensive record with a lot of Hall of Famers. He beat a lot of world champions. Can't knock Canelo for getting in there with these guys. But majority of his big fights, the likes of Gennady Golovkin, all these fights are controversial fights. So you can't say a guy only beat one good fighter when a lot of your fights are controversial. Like, a lot of people felt like you should have lost to Gennady Golovkin. A lot of people felt like you should have lost to Erislandy Lara. You know, there's a few fights in there where a lot of people felt like you should have lost to. You should have lost to these guys. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people felt like you should have lost to Gennady Golovkin twice. That's 2 more losses right there. Only the third fight, they felt like he won a little bit convincingly. The Erislandy Lara fight, a lot of people thought he should have lost that fight. You understand what I'm saying? So there should definitely be a few more losses on Canelo Alvarez's resume. So can Canelo also say there can be a few losses on Terence Crawford's resume? Absolutely not. Terence Crawford has never had a close fight. He's one of the most dominant champions in the sport of boxing, if not the most dominant champion in the sport of boxing. That's why he's the pound-for-pound king. I mean, a fight with him and Canelo Alvarez is a fight fan favorite, a blockbuster fight. Terence Crawford, a lot of people are saying it's too small for Canelo Alvarez, but people got to realize that Canelo started his career at 140. He's not a natural 168-pound fighter. Terence Crawford rehydrates to 170 on fight night. Him and Errol Spence, when they fought, they both was in the 170s. We all know this. Devin Haney, who fights at 140 right now, who came from 135, his last fight, he rehydrated to 165. So how is Crawford and Errol Spence rehydrating to in the 170s? Doesn't make sense to y'all. Do y'all not understand these dudes are not small guys and there's no same day weigh-in? These dudes rehydrate big. Crawford is not a small guy. A lot of people think about the weight classes Man, Crawford started his career at 135. Just because a person fight at 135, that don't mean they weigh in at 135 on fight night. They just weigh in 135 for the fight. So he never really fought at 135. He just weighed in at 135. He fought at, like, if he weighs in at 135, we can add like 10, 15 more pounds to that. So he really fought like 150 something. If he was fighting at 135, maybe 140 something. And then when he was at 140, he fought about, I remember one fight, they said Terence Crawford weighed 157. That's not weight bullying, bro. That's the sport. Because guys don't do same day weigh-in no more. This is the sport of boxing. When he fought at 140, he weighed at 157. You understand what I'm saying? So now he's fighting at 147. He's weighing in damn near 170 something. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a small guy like a lot of people are saying. Amir Khan said when he fought Canelo Alvarez, Canelo weighed 180. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo's walking around 180, 190. Shit, he might get up there to 200. But I don't think Canelo Alvarez is bigger than Errol Spence. I don't think Canelo Alvarez is bigger than Errol Spence. I don't think Canelo Alvarez is bigger than Jermell Charlo. I think people need to realize this. That if Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez was competing in the same weight class, everybody will say Jermell Charlo is bigger than Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo Alvarez and Errol Spence was competing in the same weight class, which they should be, because Errol Spence, even Floyd Mayweather said it. He said Errol Spence shouldn't even be fighting at 147. He should be fighting at 160, 168. You feel what I'm saying? Canelo shouldn't be fighting at 168. So a fight with Canelo and Terence Crawford, it's really not going to come down to too much of a size advantage. You know, it's just up to Crawford what he wants to weigh in. A lot of people saying, "Oh man, if you put all that extra pound on, you're not gonna be able to fight." But people gotta realize he puts all that extra pounds on when he fights at 147. He fights at 170, bro, 170 something. When he fights at 147, this is what people don't understand. Once you understand that, if he's fighting at 170 and he goes up to 168, he really only got to cut 2 pounds. He really only got to cut 2 pounds. A few pounds. So he's really going to be rehydrated. You understand what I'm saying? So he's going to be even stronger. He don't got to cut all of that weight. He's going to be even stronger. It's not going to be a lot of water weight. It's going to be his natural weight. He's going to be a lot stronger. This is what people are not understanding. He's going to fight way better at 168 because he doesn't have to cut that much weight. And he's going to take the punches better. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is on record saying Crawford knocks out heavyweights. I'm not saying he's knocking out the top 10 heavyweights in the world. But of course Crawford can knock out a heavyweight. Shit, I believe I can knock out a heavyweight. If I'm in there with somebody that don't belong in there, I'm going to knock your ass out. I mean, it is what it is. Canelo is out here talking crazy. He's just trying to talk himself out of the fight. We all know that's a modern day classic. I got Crawford beating Canelo any day of the week, bro. The only way Canelo wins that fight is by knockout. If he can't get the knockout, he loses that fight. And I don't see him knocking out Crawford, who's very defensively sound. So Canelo knows that. And that's why he's trying to talk himself out of that fight. Anyway, it's your boy Don't Credit. I'm out.